Jack would most likely be there to relieve the pressure and let them farm, let them get kills, let them get their spikes, let them get to the late game. And meanwhile, for Mineski's comp, with the Teemo there, it's more like, okay, if I were like probably, okay, this is probably exaggerating, like Monte Cristo, and then this is the chance to overanalyze Teemo.
Okay.
And then
what does Teemo do actually?
Okay.
Like in terms of skill sets.
Okay.
Go for it.
With Teemo, you would definitely have really good map control because of the bombs that you put around the map. You would actually trap those choke points and it would make them hesitate to actually go in. But then they would definitely, be very wary. They would get more red trinkets because I believe it's not going to be enough, especially if you put all those entry points with all the wards. And Baron control would be great for a Teemo, Dragon control as well, because you would again get those entry points, make them slow down. Blind especially, that would if you just target the Vayne, you're a-okay, because that's their main consistent DPS damage in terms of I'm sorry.
What? It's actually true.
It's actually true, but I can't believe it.
Yeah, but all right.
It's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Added to that, Teemo is actually an ambusher.
Yeah.
Exactly, because if I'm not mistaken, his passive before was he can only be stealth when he is idle, right? Like
Yeah, that's
sitting
true.
on a point. But now when he's on brush, when he moves around, he is still considered stealth, diba?
So I can imagine him actually just there in the brush, waiting for Rek'Sai to gank, waiting for Kaigu to gank, and then that's when he just go. You know
just
what?
said auto attacks.
Auto attacks.
I don't know why anymore.
You know what? The best thing about this pick, if Noel uses a Cottontail Teemo skin.
I would prefer Super Teemo because there's so many superhero movies coming out. Plus
That's true.
Plus, when he puts
But
down
Cottontail Teemo is the cutest skin.
All right, but then you can actually go for the default Teemo just because, well, if you pop a shroom, you'll be high on damage, on Teemo's damage.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Okay,
Yeah, right?
yeah, that's true. So either Cottontail or default. I take any. And then shout outs to the people right now at Twitch chat. What do you guys think about this Teemo pick? I mean, this is the first time I actually analyzed Teemo for the comp of for competitive play.
Yeah, so we've already talked about the skills of Teemo. What about the build paths of a Teemo? There's tank Teemo, the auto attack Teemo with the magic shred. There's also of course burst type Teemo with tons
Lich
of AP.
Bane, Rabadons,
or like
Liandry's.
burst / DPS Teemo if your bombs actually hit their targets.
Yeah, you'd
Diba?
probably go for the Gnasher's Tooth. But then if it's gonna be against a Gangplank,
maybe
he's not gonna build for lane, but he's gonna build for the whole game.
could be, or what, you could go for the bruiser Teemo, have that frozen mallet in hand, so even if the Gangplank uses one remove scurvy, it has right now 6.17 Gangplank's in a terrible spot in early game, and he has so much mana to expend when using that one, and when you have the frozen mallet, it just okay, I got slowed once, move scurvy, and then I get slowed again. Diba?
And that
Tuloy-tuloy
would
lang.
make more auto attacks for Teemo.
So let's go into the Summer's Rift, guys, for Game 2 with a Teemo here in the Mineski Pro Gaming League. The first time ever. And I'm a little bit angry because at the same time, Kled released. Teemo has been there for the entirety of 6 seasons.
They don't use Kled.
But Kled has not been picked in the MPGL. Guys, come on.
I don't know. They
Let's
feel
do
like
this.
being Teemo. Oh, see? That's a Cottontail Teemo.
You know what? Whatever. Let's just go to our roll calls. On the blue team, it's gonna be Wargods.LLP Pilipinas in the top lane. Burn gonna be on the Gangplank next to Colette, who will be on the Zac jungle mid lane. Hayes again with the Hemomancer Vladimir, and their ADC support duo shall be High on the Vayne, and his support shall be Wura on the Trundle.
Meanwhile, on the red side, we've got Mineski in the top lane. We've got our favorite champion worldwide, the one that has a passive global taunt, Teemo, Noel. And in the jungle, we've got Kaigu with the Rek'Sai. In the mid lane, we've got EXO on the Cassiopeia. In the AD carry position, we've got Zensho with the Sivir. And TG as a support on the Thresh.
Shoutouts to Full Skill. Sabi niya daw, shoutouts sa mga poging lalaki kagaya namin. Nako po!
Woo!
Thank you, Junko Lord. Now here in the mid lane though, who will actually win? Is it the Cassiopeia or the Vladimir? Hence, in terms of like, let's compare this. Vladimir's build path, he builds for Spirit Visage. He has a ton of sustain with his Q, Transfusion. But at the same time, Cassiopeia can actually make it hell for him since Vladimir doesn't really have the insane amount of movement speed. Miasma definitely gonna counter the Flash, gonna counter the Ghost.
Yeah.
I don't think it counters the Sanguine Pool, but at the same time, Sanguine Pool really doesn't give you movement speed. It just gives you, well, invulnerability for a couple of seconds, but when poison does hit you, it follows you through the Sanguine Pool.
Yeah, that's true.
Diba?
And
So think about it that way then.
that I can see for the Sanguine Pool to actually be useful is it's a counter to Kaigu's whoop.
Speaking of counters though, can they counter out the hooks coming off TG? TG, if he just got the Ignite out, Haim would have been dead. Surely dead there. But you know what? They put the pressure in, used the flash and the heal of Hai. But at the same time, we do see that Colette is right near the vicinity looking for that gank. So we just have to see how it follows through. But Kaigu, will he actually go to the mid lane? Or will he just take this blue buff and then go to the bottom lane? But look at this. Timing on the ward there by TG, knowing that Colette could be, like I said, near the vicinity already. So, you know what? Maybe something, maybe of a cheeky gank might happen. Just have to see.
Yeah, speaking of Kaigu's first gank na malapit na later on, probably after that ward it has been completed. The only thing where the Sanguine Pool would actually be useful is when they see Rek'Sai coming.
The timing on the wards though.
Yeah. So, hindi talaga makakapag-gank si Kaigu. So, it's gonna be really steady for Haze. He doesn't have to do anything at all aside from wait for Kulit to actually gank the lane and then they'll be able to finish them off. Especially if Zac has that red buff, it's gonna be very easy considering the fact that EXO at this point of the game is still gonna be squishy. Mamaya pa yung Archangel stuff niya. Mamaya pa siguro yung Zhonya save. Oh!
The shield, there's the ignite. One more on attack here from Hai and flashes in by Zensho. That's to ensure the first blood. And looks like we're wanting to go in onto TG, but Zensho gonna make him think twice. And here on the top lane, Burn has actually been chipped down to gankable HP, but will they do so? There he goes in. He activates his remove scurvy. Almost gets a kill on Sky. Actually, yes, he does. And that's gonna be the 1-for-1 trade. Does Noel actually get the red buff from Kaigu as he died to Burn? No, that's not gonna be the case. But that's gonna be a 1-for-1 in terms of kills in the top lane. Burn gonna get himself one as well as Noel.
Yeah, red buff gets disintegrated. Red buff will not be in the game. Two red buffs will not be in the game for quite a while because of that. Kasi namatay si Rek'Sai, pinatay ng Thor, hindi napunta kay Burn. Or did Burn get it though? He got the kill.
Yeah, he did.
But then he didn't respond, so no, he died then. So
The what?
Huh?
He didn't respond?
Respawn, as in kasi he died, so he wouldn't get the red buff anyway. Kasi so walang mapapasahan yung red buff.
Natawa ko like gano'n ka.
Kasi my mistake, I just remembered.
Okay.
So parang ang nangyari doon is that your Rek'Sai at this point of the game is not tanky at all, cannot afford to take 3 turret hits.
But at the same time, the potency of a Rek'Sai gank is much more than Colette since para sa akin kasi if you think about it, if you can spot out a Zac, his jump can be null and void. But then when you look at Colette, when he comes in, he can still actually gank you properly just as long as he hits the burrow up.
Yeah.
Or the unburrow. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. A better... I guess the only thing siguro na gusto ko sa Zac is the ultimate din sa kit. And Cassiopeia, you were pointing at the blue buff of EXO, correct?
Yeah. First blue buff of Kaigu actually given to EXO. So, mas prioritize talaga nila yung pagiging pressure dito, yung pressure dito ni EXO. Kai Hayes, look at that. He's hitting around 3 CS advantage, but at the same time, Hayes can only farm safely rather than trade well with EXO. Plus, EXO's been dishing out so much skills. Having that blue buff to give you the regen is definitely gonna give him, you know, lots of pressure in the mid lane. maybe lure in Colette for a possible counter gank. That might be one of the things that Mineski are doing, but at the same time, top lane wise, Noelle is gonna make it a little bit difficult for them, and of course having these shrooms. Oh,
Great bait, mate. Is this it? Is this it?
can he get it though? Colette does use his flash already, goes in with the parlay, but Kaigo can save him! Oh, knock up though, but no! The blob explodes, and it'll be Colette taking the kill onto Noelle. Noelle, oh, burn! Oh, no, burn!
He's burning!
Sad boys, can he survive?
Oh,
Yes, he does.
He does.
Oh,
okay. I thought it's one of those really
I was about to type like
funny-
sad boys.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those funny deaths, pero in competitive play na namatay sa shroom.
So
pero
if it's like funny death, should we use the funny sound montage?
oh please no, not here. It's not. No, yeah. So anyway, so in the mid lane, I would like to go back there kasi just as you said, just in addition to that, na parang they gave the early blue buff because ang gagawin lang talaga ni Hayes is magpa-farm, 'di ba? And his skills are relatively short range. So, ang gagawin ng Cassiopeia lang, ipopoke niya lang talaga. So, saktong-saktong yung range, plus the miasma pa to zone him away. So, hindi talaga si Hayes makaka-sustain din o kaya makakapag-farm if he's not allowed to do so. So, with that spamming and zoning, with the help of the blue buff, he can stay in lane some more, farm better, and make Hayes' farming laning phase become hell. Which makes Hayes not, move around the map so much, which also if Exo's lane is pushed further to the turret dito para kay Hayes, it makes Exo move around the map more then. So he gets his blue buff this time around though. So it might be a different ball game at the first few minutes.
Top lane wise though, Noelle, I think he wanted to go on to burn there, but gets caught out. Though look at this. Exo activating his ghost, looking to actually engage up onto Hayes without any jungler in sight or, well, support in sight. But at the same time, can you see this? First dragon of the game being taken down already by Mineski, as Exo is actually proving to be a distraction in the mid lane just to maybe catch off Wargods. Okay, Exo might actually be engaging to the mid lane, and then nandun pala si Dragon. So smart mindset here by Mineski. I think that's what they're doing here, and I don't think Wargods had any clue that the dragon was actually being taken.
Okay, I kind of wanna. I'm wondering what kind of build Teemo is gonna. Is it a first item Zerot or something or?
For Noelle?
Yeah. No? Or is it a mix of like, I'm just gonna get, this dagger for attack speed first and then...
We'll just see.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Noelle's build because he's not doing so well. 1, 2, he gets greedy. I think he could do better if he weren't so greedy. I mean, his body was found near the turret anyway, and the turret actually works differently now compared to before. And...
I like how the Twitch chat is like, oh, I'm gonna do this to you, pero ang tanong, do you have the skills to do it, bro? Do you have the skills to do it? Because in here in the top lane, Noelle is actually trying to run away. Oh, even dodges the powder keg there. There's the movie speed boost by Burn, but he's putting so many shrooms in the side. But look at that, he gets smited to oblivion. And I think Noelle's like just having fun in this top lane. I don't know what's happening. I don't think Kaigo is like gonna give him any form of support.
Parang bahala ka na dyan. Parang that part of the map is yours. You're just gonna... Alam mo yung typical top lane Teemo na you're not really gonna gank that Teemo because kayang-kaya niya naman yung sarili niya because all he has to do is put bombs all over the place. But then this is just so weird. This is just...
Yeah.
Very weird.
You know what? It goes back to what I felt when I was playing a Teemo main on Season 2, Season 3, wherein nobody goes to the top lane. I just says, hey guys, iwanan nyo na sa top lane, bahala na kayo sa buong mapa, and then I just like put a crap load of shrooms around the map.
No one can gank you, really, if you put a lot of mushrooms or, in this case, eggs. Whoop! Wow! TG.
Plays away Colette and actually hooks him in just to add, insult to injury. But Zensho taking quite a bit of beating here from Wura. There's a teleport coming out of Burn and might have bit off more than they can shoot as High is chasing them down. Zensho very low, flashes in, one more auto attack, might get the catch onto him. But there's TG obliterating his opponent. Kaigu, one more. Yes, he does, but from the sidelines, here comes EXO. Going in, has his ghost, has his flash. He's going in for the kill, looks for it. He's hungry for High. He knows it. He wants it, and he will get it. Give it to EXO. Actually, never mind. It's going to be Zensho. And the other members there of Wargods going to be escaping for the meantime. But I think that was a 2-for-2 trade. In favor of nobody, but at the same time, in the top lane, we do see that Noel has free
Farming
farm.
peacefully. Like, just, it's going to be, Teemo versus minions at this point. Look how cute he is. But it's so
but
funny.
Underneath that cuteness is the ruthless champion that everybody has a love or hate relationship with.
Yeah. Do you love or hate Teemo? May I ask? It can't be like just in the middle, neutral feelings. You gotta just either love or hate him.
Well, I would say I love Teemo. Like, I never really found the hate for him, even if like I was before having a lot of difficulty with a Teemo opponent.
Yeah.
Like, it's always fun to outplay a Teemo just because if you can figure out where he puts the traps, or if you can like kill him even if he has the traps, and you're like, your face is so smug that you're, hey guys, I killed a Teemo, even when he has like the blinding dart and the shrooms.
Accent? My God.
Yeah, because you're so smug that your
yeah, that's true.
diba?
Okay, Colette might be in trouble, but then they get zoned out there by Mineski here, doing these really nice map control over the blue side jungle of La Liga Pilipinas. They're doing this methodically. Colette wants a blue buff, and
he gets it.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's a hook out from TG, but at the same time, Zensho in the top lane gonna be able to get this tower as well as some more farm. If you check out how much CS he has compared to High, almost in the 20s, as well as a 1-kill advantage.
Even Teemo, there you have it. Zizirot portal, the first item to be completed for the Teemo. He's ready to summon his minion demons from hell.
So he's basically his spawn.
His spawns, yeah.
He is Spawn. You don't know the comic book character Spawn?
I know Spawn.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he the guy that's like a shadow and his red cape and scary
exactly.
guy? Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying like he spawns.
No, a spawn is actually a noun too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nalito lang kasi like I thought you were, pertaining to summoning creatures, not the character itself.
Oh, okay. Well, alrighty then.
Oh, on the hunt, activated by Zensho.
Probably wanted to make a pick or so, but didn't find the... Okay, Teemo might actually bump into Zac. Might bump into former ex-member Kulit. Yeah, used to be from Mineski as well. So, anyway, next dragon is about to
battling his old teammates.
Yeah.
What does this feel with him? Like, guys, bakit niyo ako pinakawalan? It hurts, It hurts.
I don't know. But siguro it has a different tension, of course. Battling your old ex-teammates, of course. Ibang levels yun na pagka-intense. Anyway,
but at the same time, like if you think about it, it could be an edge for Wargods if Colette actually says how his teammates play. Like I say, they're old teammates, so he would know the tendencies of, most of the Mineski people.
Like the mental state of each player that you...
like, pag pinocus natin ito, mag-tilt siya na sobrang tindi. Pero Colette actually going in a little bit too YOLO. Hopes to go in for the smite steal and does not get it at all. And it looks like Wargods actually wanted to go in for an engage, but can they actually do so? As the box, the petrifying gaze, as well as Teemo on the opposite side of the map might be too much for them to handle.
So with this, oh my god, Noel, is this the assassin Teemo that we're waiting for?
The ambusher coming in, going in onto Burn. Burn's like, what am I supposed to do?
God.
The sailor.
Oh, he has the
flash in.
movement speed.
That would have been so cheeky if he hit this one.
Yeah, it's about to expire though. Expired egg. Don't eat that.
Why would you eat an expired egg? Maybe on a dare, but then who in their right mind would eat an expired egg? maybe
A hungry person.
yeah, could be, but at the same time, you would be hungrier if you were like, oh, I ate too much, I ate a bad egg,
Yeah.
century egg.
Century.
That's different. That's very edible. Kahit lang like it sounds like it's 100 years old.
Oh.
No Zensho. Good Dark Passenger coming out of TG and the zone. Perfectly enough to space out the members of Wargods.Liga here. As it looks like High a little bit too out of position, being taken down by Zensho himself, and Zensho not getting the knock up by Colette as he does use. Oh, he flashes over, but there's Trundle going in. Does he have the flash to take him down? Burn. There's the party shot, and Mineski are a little bit too out of position here, but there you go. Minasma coming out of EXO, goes in, flashes in, goes in onto Wura. May get a second kill. The fangs of Cassiopeia have been unleashed, and Hayes going in, flashes over, gets one, gets two, and that will be a 3-4-2 exchange, going to be in favor of Wargods.Liga as Mineski a little bit too aggressive, but an opposite side of the spectrum. It's Noel's Teemo highlighting. Look at that. The split push Teemo is too much for Wargods to handle. Can they beat him out? He gets his second tower of the game, and this Teemo is looking to be definitely worth. And you can hear the internal demonic laughter of Teemo. I have taken your tower.
My God! May
I
sariling
have
mundo yung Teemo dun sa top lane. Like, everybody else is fighting somewhere else in the map. And then Teemo has his own life, living with his little minion demons from the Zizirot portal.
You know what I think here is the mindset now of Mineski? There's a lot of people there in the Twitch chat that are like, you know, bashing on this Teemo. But at the same time, are you seeing how Mineski are playing this game? This is a 4v5 composition for Mineski. They have so much AoE counter potential, stalling potential at that fact. Petrifying Gaze, so, the box. You have as well as the On the Hunt, and then Kaiku, a well-placed Rek'Sai on Burrow can actually knock up 4 people. We've seen that happen. We've seen 3 to 4 people being knocked up by a Rek'Sai. And all of these AoE potentials gets maximized where you're in when you're in any situation, more so if you're in the jungle. And then opposite side, Zizirot Portal is not only made for people who are, well, out of gold, but it's pressure in the lanes.
And Wargods.Liga Pilipinas does not have any hard go. Whoa!
Oh, come on, Zensho, that was coming in already, but he didn't have his flash available, and Colette obliterating them. Even though Mineski had some setup wards, they didn't ward this area right here. They should have, unless they wanted to get taken down, or unless they wanted to get unexpectedly initiated upon by Colette.
Ito yung sinasabi ko na parang walang hard disengage talaga yung La Liga Pilipinas for the Vayne. So for you to overwhelm the Vayne, all you have to do is just rush in, get on to her face, and then sige lang sige. Oh my God.
Petrifying Gaze just to boot, and actually use it. Look at that. There is the Hemo Plague being used by Hayes. Will he go in? Oh, EXO might be caught out here, but here comes Kaiku. No knockup though. But Wura, Papi goes taken down. But here comes Colette. Look at the guy coming in from Colette.
Oh my God.
The presence of EXO just to go in onto Hayes. And Hayes not minding the damage of EXO, gets taken down. Double kill for Colette though. But at the same time, double kill for EXO.
Bitin ang elastic slingshot, but here comes the rest of the members. The thing about this Mineski comp is that it actually splits your mind, itong La Liga Pilipinas, in terms of what are we gonna do? We're focusing too much on this fight. Meron na pala nagsisplit push dito. Nandito na pala yung Teemo. You are hesitating to make or commit moves just because of this annoying Teemo. Is this gonna be a Sterox gauge? Oh my.
Zensho's there. Nice hook coming out of TG. High. There's the flay coming out of TG again just to at least... Oh! The push by T from High actually saving Zensho there.
He actually thought he could have gotten a condemn on towards the wall. It was not the best position to actually land that. It wasn't according to plan. And then late siguro din yung Gangplank ultimate. I feel like that could have been done earlier, I suppose, just for additional damage, and probably had a better chance of living or getting a consolation prize of actually killing the Sivir before the Vayne actually falls down. But then... Yeah.
Question though, even if Mineski are like on a 4,000 advantage, if they can't push fast enough, if they can't get the catches, the pickoffs fast enough, this Gangplank and Vayne are definitely gonna scale better into the late game than, well, a Sivir and a Cassiopeia.
Well, that's true. As long as siguro Well, the key part is that, let's just say in terms of damage, yes, La Liga Pilipinas has it, but is High capable of staying alive, of having the best position in terms of, kasi isang ano pa lang ni Cassiopeia, if that's gonna be really scary, plus knock up, if you chain all those CCs, High might not be able to live to deal the necessary DPS. That is, La Liga Pilipinas has the upper hand in terms of good DPS because of the Vayne there, sustained DPS because of Haze being there as well. But that is all up to execution if La Liga Pilipinas are able to keep the Vayne alive, which I am afraid of that they might not be able to do that because they don't have something. They don't have a solid disengage. They do have Colette for his ultimate on a Zac, but I do think it's not enough.
But you do have to respect, like, if Haze gets into that, AoE Vlad form already, he's definitely gonna be a threat because you already saw how much damage he can actually deal to Exo early on in the early game. But at the same time, of course, setup is gonna be very crucial, and Colette has been hitting his elastic slingshots for the past couple of minutes, and
really good elastic slingshots.
Yeah, if he keeps doing that could definitely be, a favor for Wargods when they need it in a clutch moment when, Hemo Plague needs to be set up properly. Colette is there. When High needs that zoning for him to get the free hits, he is also there.
Yeah, they could do this again. They could repeat it. I mean, Gangplank. Yeah, there's a.
In the bottom lane, to get the catch onto Cassiopeia. He's gonna eat the entirety of that cannon barrage, and it looks like Mineski are on the retreat here, but will they be able to do so? Haze going in, also activating his ultimate, pops the Hemo Plague there, and High is on a rampage. Look at this, he's free hitting Miasma though to stop him from tumbling in. And in the top lane, we do see that Noel is split pushing to his heart's desire, and Mineski are looking to actually re-engage even at low HP just to keep Wargods here in the bottom lane. And this could be enough pressure for Noel to work with to get one tower down. And Mineski is not stopping at all, but Exo, oh no, he didn't think that Haze would be in that rush. Gets taken down. Even Zensho and Kaigu are just expending their lives so that they will give Noel the free time here. I mean, it's a very entertaining composition to watch, but in terms of the execution or how this game will progress, Wargods can and might actually be able to get back in this one, especially if they're giving 4 kills to the Gangplank and the Gangplank and the Vayne over and over again.
Yeah, just as I've said, La Liga Pilipinas from the drafting phase, they are aiming for this late game and they are doing it. I mean, with all these 4v5 fights, split pushing, technique, frozen mallet with a Teemo is their linear plan for Mineski. I'm not sure if it's gonna keep working. I mean, it was working for the first 20 minutes of the game, but then pagdating na pag nakuha na ng nila High, nila Haze, actually they are reaching that point. That's a Phantom Dancer already completed, and Bork as well. Burn already has the Triforce. Yo is Ghostblade. And I'm pretty scared for Mineski. La Liga Pilipinas has the capability, has the chance of actually taking this away from Mineski. We might be seeing a game 3, but it all depends on actually prolonging, because I feel like if hindi sila masyado nag-commit sa laro, let Noel do the split push and confuse LLP kung magko-commit ba sila sa fight na to, or are they gonna go back? Are they not going to steer away from the base too much? Because I feel like this could be a technique in terms of maybe this could be a way for them to have more map control, so that they have to run around the map and defend, and then have to clear the waves, clear the minion waves, because I feel like, oh, here's the initiate.
Initiate onto Zensho. He doesn't have his flash anymore, and he gets started on. Look at that, obliterated in a matter of seconds. But nice setup there by the Petrifying Gaze coming out of Exo, though it's not enough to look like it's gonna be a win for Mineski. Though the Flay stopping the elastic slingshot of Colette, and in the bottom lane yet again, Noel is free damaging these towers. Though Mineski, I think they're still looking, like you said, they're forcing the rotations out of Wargods, but at the same time, they have to make this 4v5 work, or else they are in a world of hurt. This is a ticking time bomb, high risk, high reward, that they can get the towers. But at the same time, like I said before, they're giving too much leeway for Burn and High to actually get free farm. And if that clock takes more and more the longer this game does progress, it's gonna definitely go into the hands of Wargods because their damage is starting to be scary here.
Again, their technique is only going to work if they do not let them get caught out. I mean, they do have the capability to actually escape from the fight, but then On the Hunt was already used, Petrifying Gaze was already used, but they're the type of composition that's heavily reliant on their ultimates to actually escape the fight for disengage. Unlike siguro Kulit, where the elastic slingshot is most likely almost available.
Also, here's my question. Maybe Mineski aren't really that well accustomed to this comp as well. Like, you feel like there's a lot of executions that they have not properly done.
Yeah.
And what this actually kind of does for Mineski is that they don't know yet how to position themselves. And if you can see, actually, well, yeah, Noel's getting the free damage on the towers. That's already granted. I mean, look at that. Top tier 3 is already down to
Almost
like 1/4, and bot tier 3 is 3 hits away from dying. But if you look at that clash a while ago here, Zensho is the only one getting caught out. Like, from the 4 other members of Mineski, aside from him and EXO, which are, well, notably the most two important targets for Wargods Liga, are almost getting caught out. If it was, well, maybe Kaigo, maybe TG, that would have been a different one because, well, Zensho can activate the On the Hunt at a safe distance, keep his teammates activated in terms of movement speed, and then as well as the same time leave him and EXO to free hit, and EXO can set up for a good Petrifying Gaze because we've seen EXO before in MPGL like do a
really good Petrifying Gazes.
3 to 4 man Petrifying Gaze. Gaze S? Or I don't know. But then at the same time, he's not allowed to do so because, well, Wargods are, again, very aggressive, but at the same time, well, that was what I'm looking at. At least bait out Wargods. They already used the ultimate of Burns. That's one slow mechanic or slow skill that Wargods have that they don't have anymore, so they have to rely on the last shot. But damn, Colette has been on point with those. They're going on to EXO, catches him, and well, now Mineski are very much scattered. We do see that in the top lane as well as the bottom lane. It's gonna be another split push mechanic here by both Noel as well as Zensho. They already give, well, to the Buzzards, next EXO as well as Kaigo and even TG.
Oh my god.
God damn, look at that. They take down the Pirate, and in the bottom lane as well as in the top lane, like I've said, it is Noel and just, well, Zensho split pushing to their heart's content.
This is actually the right thing to do because they can't really fight them 5v5 anyway, so might as well just destroy their base once they can. Oh, Noel.
He's one more hit away from dying, and will he drown? Yes, he will.
So minion wave management goes to Mineski. This is the right play to do. A good thing they are forced back, or else they might have like gotten a turret, like first to second, first tier inhibitor turret as well. But this actually opens Baron.
Well, to be honest as well, it looks like Mineski, they're looking to decide more. Do we fight or do we just split push? Because this composition is very volatile. Like, they have to like snap their fingers in terms of like fighting or split pushing in the blink of an eye. But look at that damage from Burn. The powder keg, so powerful already. And in the top lane, he actually looking to go up onto Kaigo. Do they have vision of the Rek'Sai? No, they do not. But Kaigo does have a smite on. So here it is.
Is this the steal? Will this be an MPGL Season 8 League of Legends? No, it's not.
Well, Hylos get the last hit though. Curious enough.
Oh no, Teemo's back at it again.
Oh, back at it again with the shrooms, this guy is.
Yeah, inhibitor down, 2 inhibitors down, and he's most likely gonna finish this off before he dies.
Damage though from Noel. Look at that, he's tanking Burn. I mean, like, one powder keg onto EXO was, what, 3/4 of his health? But Burn, what, 1/4? Maybe because of the Phantom Dancer and the fact that it didn't crit?
Yeah, it did not. This is just so weird. Like, very, very weird. But then, I guess this is the only choice of Mineski, considering the fact na yun nga, in terms of DPS 5v5 team fights, you gotta hand it to Wargods Liga Pilipinas, because no matter what they do, I'm pretty sure the fastest dealing DPS that they have right now with like bursty or explosive damage is definitely Wargods sa Liga Pilipinas. So, kawawa naman yung Mineski, kaya parang split push na lang yung kaya nilang gawin. Pero 24-12, they do have even gold at this point. Di naman sila nahuhuli sa farm. And I'm pretty sure they are able to have a really good wave management at this point of the game. Ocean Drake, not super duper game changing naman in terms of like getting it for like Wargods sa Liga Pilipinas. Pero it actually opens you up for, you know, the Elemental Drake at least. It gets you there faster. So, if ever makuha man to ng Mineski, I'd have to put it on Mineski's side. This is more of a denial away from Mineski instead of, you know, La Liga Pilipinas getting the best deal out of that Elder Drake.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, how can they... Looks like Mineski are going to group up now. They have Noel, but... Is this the correct decision?
Oh, kulit! Kulit!
Nope.
Okay. He was just, you know, hanging around.
So Mineski definitely gonna be afraid to actually do anything away from each other, just because there is the fact of, well, Wargods do have that Baron buff in their arsenal already.
Ooh.
But they're trying to go in. They still don't have Haze and Burn in their comp right now, or in their vicinity, so they have to at least respect that. But the execution with the Cannon Barrage, as well as that Let's Bounce, almost perfect. They're coming out of Wargods, but here's Mineski trying to stall as much as they can. Perfect. Petrifying Gaze, 3-man stun there coming out of EXO. He goes in, and look at this AoE damage. That is what's happening. But oh, Haze would have wanted to go in and slap everybody with a Tides of Blood, but it's not going to connect. Zensho almost getting blown up, but that is 3 members of Wargods Liga down, and Mineski, that's what I'm talking about. When they're in the fights, they have the zoning potential, they have the stalling potential to let that EXO go in for a Petrifying Gaze and mount a comeback burn here. Looking to actually go in and defend his tower, but he cannot. Will Mineski actually get the inhibitor? Zensho almost taken down by the laser as well, but that is all outer turrets down already for Wargods Liga, and Mineski are mounting the comeback here with a 3,000 gold lead.
The point, La Liga Pilipinas still can win this. The problem was execution. The Cannon Barrage of Gangplank did not rain on properly onto the members of Mineski. They were sort of at the edge, so that's why they are able to avoid most of the damage of the Cannon Barrage. Hai was super safe, but at the end of the fight, he was very, very healthy. He had to back away because the front line, oh my god, being chased by a cute Teemo. He had to run away. Anyway, because he was hesitating so much, because right now, Hai doesn't have anything defensive against EXO. He doesn't have anything against Magic. So, he would definitely be like drained. Ang meron siya ngayon talaga is the QSS lang, just in case ma-petrified gay siya or ma-death sentence siya or ma-death sentence siya. But that's practically it. There are a lot of things that can still catch Vayne at this point. And si Gangplank din, hindi natin nakita yung effective barrels that could actually burst people down. Plus, Bloodthirster for Sivir. So that's good additional shield. So it will actually, like, the damage na sanang pwedeng ma-burst coming from Burn, hindi mapupunta agad kila Sivir. Plus, tankier na ngayon, more sustain na ngayon si EXO. This is also the late game of Mineski. So, in terms of like, pwede pa eh. It's all up to Hai. It's all up to Hai. Oh, let's see.
This is going to be a 2v1 in the bottom lane. They go in onto Noel. Noel flashes over. And might actually get the catch here onto Burn. Burn gonna ensure that he does not with the Cannon Barrage there. And the Baron will be up in a minute and 45 seconds. So Noel will be up and running for that one. But without his flash, though Mineski here, you can see how much warding they have all around the jungle of Wargods. Not allowing Wargods to actually cheek away with that, but Wargods, this is actually one of their weaknesses. They have the team fight presence to actually win up against the top tier teams there in the Philippines, but their warding has to be this something to be desired of, because, well, I've seen them time and time again that they do really need to exercise more on how they use their vision, or how they plant down their vision.
Yeah.
But still, of course, they do put down some though not a lot to contest for this dragon just yet. I would prefer more here on this outer rim on the side of Mineski's base. Definitely just to spot out where the other members of Mineski might be placing themselves
especially if Rek'Sai can just go burrow underneath just to get to the Baron, probably get a smite steal. Or make an explosive flash petrifying gaze on everybody who's attacking the Baron pit. So a Baron rather. So this could be a potential last clash, if ever. Potentially be. Because it's all inhibitors that are left. And Rek'Sai is definitely tanky to actually tank the turrets since there's only 2 left right now. Zizirot portal actually being built by the support of La Liga Pilipinas just for another counterplay. Zizirot for Zizirot, just so that they could buy some more time, have more wave management because they're having trouble with actually clearing the waves. Because in terms of wave clear, oh my god!
Well, you've seen that time and time again. Why don't you feel it happening yet again? Burn, that's the second time he's done it. And Noel not respecting Burn.
Yeah, and Teemo still, Noel's still wearing that yellow trinket. If I were him, I would switch to blue if this keeps happening to him.
I'm looking to see that something will happen explosive soon enough.
What?
I'm predicting something will happen.
Oh, okay, you're predicting. Yeah, that's true. Same here, actually. We'll see, though. I have no idea who's gonna win right now.
Kaigo almost getting caught out, but he does have his own tunnel to exit away. Dark Passage was cancelled, but the Baron is live, ready and waiting. Also with the Elder Dragon here. And now it's the fight. League of Legends, Baron dance.
Oh my
Mura,
god,
though,
Exo.
down already to 30% HP, forced to use his ultimate. Flashes over. Exo has not yet used his ultimate here. And they are just being, pincered here by Mineski.
Teemo.
They are separated. Kaigo's taking a crap ton of damage now. And Hayes out and about from, he's just alone right now. Look at this. They get the pop onto Noel. But we do see that Exo still free hitting from the sidelines. Kaigo gonna be revived by the Guardian Angel. Burn going in and on to Zensho. Gets obliterated by the parlay shot. High super healthy's there. Goes in, flashes over. One more auto attack. Can he get the hit? Yes, he does. And this might be Wargods La Liga Pilipinas getting one win again away from the hands of Mineski.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna see a game 3. Looks like it. The death timers are super duper long at this point of the game. They are able to take it. They have so many tanky champions alongside with them. There's only 2 people that can actually protect the base at this point. It's only Kaigo and TG left. So
unless they can dig deep and make themselves carries rather than support and tanks, Wargods are gonna be able to push this into a game 3, guys.
Game 3 cannot. What have we learned in this game? Teemo?
Well, it's not really the Teemo. It's more of like how Mineski were kind of forcing Teemo too much that they let High and Burn, like I said,
grow, scale.
Yeah.